Hello everyone, I know I'm really late on this train, but I figure that since whenever Hogwarts Legacy does come out, I'm going to be doing a Let's Play. I might as well talk about questions that I have about in the game and what I think they'll do. So this is all speculation, of course. If you're new to this channel, hello, my name is Mary. I do games like The Sims 4, Star Wars, Fire Emblem, and more. So, the first question I've seen a lot of people asking about is whether or not we're going to be able to have romance in Hogwarts Legacy. Honestly, I don't see why not. After all, just look at Harry Potter. He had romances in his 5th, almost 4th year, which if rumors about how we're going to be a 5th year in the game are true, then we would be in a perfect situation for us to be able to do romance, as that's just part of being a teenager. Now, I do hope they'll be able to put some same-sex options for players who do want to pursue that as well. This next one is something I didn't think about until recently, and it's how will naming work in Hogwarts Legacy. Now, I actually listen to podcasts now and talk about this, and I think it could work. Like if we had our last name, a set last name chosen for us, but we get to choose our first name. Similar for, and then people just call us by our last names. Sort of similar to how Beowulf does in Fire Emblem Three Houses, where even if you don't go with the default name, everyone will just call you Teach. Or in the case of Gerald, he'll say, my child. And so yeah, people will just call us by our last name. Now, one thing that I thought is it would be weird if you have your friends call you by your last name, as I personally don't do that with any of my friends. So what they could do is they would give us a nickname, and since it seems like magical creatures might be a big focus of the game, they could name us like Phoenix, since that's apparently a gender-neutral name, or they could just have our friends call us things like mate or pal instead of giving us a nickname instead. And I also think this ties into a lot of the questions that I've seen on the internet about will we be able to choose our blood status, which I don't think we'll be able to. I think it will be set what our blood status is, but honestly, it shouldn't really matter what our blood status is anyway. Number 3 is an interesting one, and it's will we be able to play Quidditch? I honestly hope that we'll be able to play Quidditch, as when I briefly played Hogwarts Mysteries, that was the part that I enjoyed the most of that game. And if we do get to play for a house team, I hope we get to choose to play the position we want, whether that be beater, chaser, seeker, or keeper. And I just hope that they figured out a good system for us to be able to play if we do Quidditch. This next one is honestly one that I really hope they do most of all, and worried that they could mess this one up. So question 4 is, will we be able to choose our classes? Now, what I mean by choosing our classes is that besides the ones that Harry had to attend to in his first year, when his 3rd year came around, he also got to choose his own classes in addition to the ones that he already had. So I'm assuming now that they're not going to let us pick Muggle studies, because we, the player, already know things we should know about our world. So besides that class, I really hope we can choose our own classes. I'm assuming that it will be able to affect how we can do quests and other things around Hogwarts. I will be sad if we get forced to do certain classes without being able to choose them. Now, if they choose a to limit the number of extra classes we could take, that will be fine as well. I'm probably going to go into more depth in another video about classes as well. Finally, we get to question number 5. Now, this is an interesting one, and it's, will we be able to only be able to do 1 year in Hogwarts Legacy, or will we get multiple? Now, if we're going to do at least 3 years in the game, assuming that we're starting as a 5th year, there's going to be a lot of skipping around of certain parts of the year to do the quests and involve in the story to get 3 years covered. Personally, I wouldn't mind if Hogwarts Legacy did only 1 year and they got sequel years to do the others. I just hope that they do a single year. It's not just 1 year and then it's done, because I would like to graduate from Hogwarts. If they do make it multiple years, then they need to make sure that the jumps go well and that the players don't feel too off about it suddenly jumping around. That's all I had. Tell me what you think about these questions and your response to this. Are you excited for Hogwarts Legacy? I personally am. Don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed it and want me to see more, and subscribe so you never miss an episode. And so you also see when Hogwarts Legacy does eventually arrive next year, you'll be able to know when I do that Let's Play for it. Other than that, have a great day, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.